Hey, you guys, Ebony Rose here, coming to you guys with another podcast. Okay, so I got something I want to talk about that's on my mind today. And today's podcast is going to be called, What Do I Want You to Bring to the Table? What do I want you to bring to the table? What do I want these fellas to bring to the table? Well, first of all, what I would like for you to bring to the table is to not come to my table destitute with nothing. Don't come to my table empty-handed. No, I do not require for you to come to my table and just give me everything that you have, laying it at my feet. I don't want you to give me everything that you have, because if you give me everything that you have, what will you have for yourself? I don't want everything, but I would like for you to come to me, to my table, with some manners. Let's start with that. Can we have some manners? Can we have some manners? Can we stop with the insults? Can you not bring the insults to my table? I don't need a guy that I don't know, really, that wants me to qualify myself for him coming to me with a bunch of insults about what he like, what type of body type that he like. Because if you look at me and I don't have what you want, why would you even approach a woman to tell her that she don't have what you want and she's not it? If I'm not it, well, why don't you just not even come to my table? I didn't invite you to my table. So what do you want at my table? That's for one thing. Come to my table with some manners. Come to my table and you have your own money. Don't come to me and be a problem. Don't bring drama to my table. Now, I don't believe that a woman should be milking a man dry. I don't believe in going out and trying to trap a man to make him buy all this stuff for you. Because to me, I'd rather buy my own stuff. And I have a lot of stuff. I have enough stuff, But if you want to bring me something, and you want to be nice, at least be mannerable about it. Can we start there? I expect when you come to my table, when we go out to eat, that you pay for the lunch or the dinner or the breakfast, whatever we're having when we're out. I'd like you to pay for that. Yeah, I would like for you to come to my table with some money to pay for the date, at least. It's really hard dating when you're destitute, okay? If you cannot afford to take a woman on a date, then don't ask her to go out with you. I've been asked out on a date before by a man who did not have the money. And I'm not single, y'all. I'm not single. But I've had guys come to my table that don't have the money, and he wants to go out with me, and I went out. I went to a restaurant, and he politely said, I ain't got the ends right now. While he's eating his food, I'm eating my food. I said, oh, okay. Well, I paid for my food, and I'm not paying for your food. Well, what am I going to do? That's not my problem. And I got up from that table and I left. Because I'm not paying for you to eat. When you ask me out on a date, it just ain't gonna, that ain't gonna fly. Some women are just finding that dating themselves is perfectly fine. Being by yourself is perfectly fine. If you got to go through all these changes just to have a decent date, come on now. I really, really miss the old-fashioned values that men and women used to have for each other. I don't believe that you need to be milking somebody dry. Now, if he can't afford you to take you to a 5-star restaurant, then don't go to a 5-star restaurant. Don't invite her there if you don't have the money to go there. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Try to be respectable, and don't try to take him out of his means. I'm not for that. I've never been for that. Because that ain't nothing but a bunch of problems. Why do you want to go out with somebody and break their bank just to prove that he's into you? I don't want to break anybody down like that. But if when you can't afford it, let's go on a date and let's go eat where you can afford at, and I'm cool with that. Some people are cool with that. I'm cool with that. I'm not into breaking the bank. You know what I'm saying? We go there, we have a good time, we laugh and we talk, you know what I'm saying? Be respectable. Because if you're going on a date, the first thing that you need to be bringing to the table is some manners. Have the money to be able to afford the date and just be nice. All this, did you cook, did you clean, and do it's kind of like a turn off when you ask a woman, do you cook? Do you clean? It's a turn off to ask somebody that on the first date. Just take them out and laugh and talk and enjoy your time with them. This is what I would want, you know what I'm saying, if I was single again, You don't ask those type of questions until you guys are getting serious, Of course, you want to know if the person has any drug problems or you might not want to deal with that. If she bringing that to the table, you might not want to deal with that. So, you say no to drugs, no to, people that have alcoholism problems. You might not want to deal with that. I get it, But to have a good time, be respectable. Because for one thing, it's kind of like say fellas, look, if you go out with a woman on the first date and she says, I'm bringing my womb to the table and I can't wait to get married and have 4 kids from you. You would never want to see her again. You would never want to see her again. I don't believe that you need to be asking a woman on the first date, do she cook, do she clean, You'll see that when she starts talking to you, whether or not you want to be bothered with her in the first place. I'm just saying. I don't believe in digging in somebody's pockets when you just met them, but you should be able to at least afford the date, and see if I can vibe, if I'm vibing with you, you know what I'm saying? See, dating people have become a business. If you want to get a high value man, you gotta be bringing this to the table. You gotta be having these length of eyelashes to attract this man, because this is what they like. First of all, when you're dealing with somebody, make sure that they don't have depression problems. Get yourself together before you go seeking anybody. Because if you got depression issues and things like that, you can't afford a date. You destitute, don't have no money. You don't need to be dating if you don't have money. That goes for the woman too. I've seen so many times that women will go out on a date and she don't have no money, period. Well, how you gonna get back if the date it's not right? You know what I'm saying? How you gonna get back home? You know, now you relying on this guy, you know what I'm saying? I believe everybody needs to have their own. Now, I don't believe in 50-50. No, I do not. But in the beginning, when you first start dating, yes, he should pay for the date. We're having conversation to see whether or not I like you or whether or not I want to go out on a date with you again in the future. And then we go from there. Keep people out your business, you know what I'm saying? And if it works out, then you move on from there. Step 1, step 2, step 3. And then when you get comfortable, then we'll see where that goes. But what do you bring to the table? At least when you come into the table, don't come to the table with some drama. How about that? You know, pay for the date. You must do that. Pay for the date. Get to know the woman. Get to know the man, see if you like him. Okay? If you do, step 2, second date. You're still getting to know them, you know. See where it goes. And then go from there. Because, you know, this is the reason why these relationships end so fast. Because, you know, you telling somebody how much money you got, and then you wonder why they got their hand out. Now, if you invite them on the date, that's the date. That's what you bring to the table. Go and enjoy that. Don't be having your hand out thinking that he needs to put all this money in your hand and he's not your man. Now, some people get down like that. I don't, you know. But I do expect for you to pay for the date. Is that all right? For me, I think it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think.